Good morning. Let's get the mic down. Good start.
Neither of us noticed that.
We're a bit out of practice. Nobody noticed. It's all fine. Good morning. So Harry and Lisa here from Caser on Cloud Accounting, and today we're going to do a little video, a really short one, on pensions and the auto-enrolment process. It's something that when a new client sets up a pension scheme or sets up a new payroll scheme and takes on new staff, they have to set up the pension scheme, and it always generates questions. What is the process? What happens? And why is it important to both the employer to get right and the employee to understand?
Yeah. Now, auto-enrolment's been going on for a while, but it always does flag a question. So I guess the main thing is to know what's actually happening and when. So month one, when you've got a new starter, that's when they'd be auto-enrolled for the first month of employment. Now, auto-enrolment can be postponed up to 90 days, which usually runs alongside a probationary period, but it's not always, but it is most often. Now, at this point, the employer would issue an eligibility letter, which gives the employee a chance to opt into the pension if they do wish. Now, the part that's confusing for people is that there's like a little gap between the next stage. But the part that also catches people out is that you can opt out on every 3-year anniversary. So when you have your auto-enrolment duties, every 3 years you are legally required to auto-enroll everyone all over again, which is good fun.
Yes, and there's no obligation there to notify the employee. So most of our clients do notify their employees and tell them when they first start that this enrolment process will happen every 3 years. But people forget, people come in, they might opt out within a couple of months, and then they might have been opted back in again within a year, because it's 3 years of the enrolment date of the business, not the start date of the employee. So it does catch people out sometimes, and we have on occasion had the odd one or two employee who's opted in, or opted out in December, and then 3 months later they've been opted in again on a 3-year enrolment, and they've been quite miffed about this, and we've had to explain why this has happened. So month 2, nothing happens. Month 3, on the 90-day anniversary of the postponement, that's when everything kicks in and the employee is auto-enrolled into the pension. So it happens automatically as part of payroll. So if their 90-day anniversary, say, is the 1st of July or the 10th of July or the 15th of July, they get auto-enrolled in the July payroll. Their first contribution is deducted from their payroll, and this is often the first time the employee remembers or thinks about that pension. The auto-enrolment letter is issued to the member of staff, which says you have been enrolled into the pension because you met these criteria. The pension file is then uploaded to the pension provider, and once that pension file is processed by the pension provider, it generates a welcome pack from the pension provider to the employee, which gives them the information they need either to set up their pension and start putting their pots in different risk profiles, or to opt out, and it gives them the instructions for that opt out.
And it's important to note that they can't actually opt out until they get that letter from the pension provider. So we at the very start, you had all these employees who'd obviously request to be opted out, but as the employer, we're no longer legally able to do that. Well, we haven't been for a very long time.
No, right at the beginning of auto-enrolment, there was a lot of issues with unscrupulous employers automatically opting out all of their staff. So that was then stopped. So the employer cannot opt an individual out now. It has to be the individual who opts out directly with the pension company, and the pension company tells the employer. So if your employee asks you to do that, you simply say, no, sorry, can't do that. You have to wait until you've got your welcome pack from your pension company.
So in conclusion, the actual whole auto-enrolment thing is actually quite a lengthy process when you think about it. 90 days is quite a bit of time for employees to remember, one, that they're going to be opted in, and two, after those 90 days, they're actually going to start paying into their pension. But overall, the process is actually quite straightforward. So it's just letter at the start, letter when you join, and you can opt out if you wish. But yes, we do find between month 1 and month 3, people tend to forget and find that when their first deduction is made, they're a little bit surprised, even though they have been forewarned.
Yes, but once they've opted out and they've had that first deduction made, they opt out. The pension company then lets the employer know that the individual has opted out, and then you're allowed to refund the individual that first pension deduction. So it's deducted and refunded, usually within a 30 to 60 day window. So the employee has a 30-day window to opt out, and that usually covers a 2-month pay period. So hopefully month 1 or month 3 is when the first pension deduction happens, and month 4 is when they get refunded. So it should be fairly simple and straightforward. So I hope you found that really useful. Do you let us know if you enjoyed this video and if you found it useful. Also let us know how you are doing. Is this an issue that if you're facing in your business? We have 2 free Facebook groups that you might want to join. One is Bloody Brilliant Business Bookkeeping for bookkeepers, and one is Bloody Brilliant Business Club for business owners. We also have 2 really cool and amazing private membership clubs, one for bookkeepers called The Academy and one for business owners called Profit Hackers. Profit Hackers is our favourite place to hang out with clients and with Profit Hacker members who are looking to build more profit conscious, profitable businesses. And if you're looking for a new accountant, you can find us at www.caseron.co.uk. Lovely to speak to you today, and we hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.